Defroster cup. Good evening, everybody. It's Wednesday. It's 8 o'clock, and it's Nick's Wednesday night quiz time. Well, it's great to see so many of you already logged in and raring to go. Clive and Janet have joined us. The teasers, of which I've already said, good evening, Clive and Janet. It's great to see you here. And Jed and Tracy have also just logged in, so it's great to see you two as well. Now then, today's been a funny old day, hasn't it? It's been freezing cold. When we got up this morning, it was snowing, or it was trying to snow. It didn't make a particularly good job of it, but even so, we had a good fluttering of snow for an hour or so, and then all of a sudden the sun came out, and what could be better? It was absolutely crystal clear sky today. So, of course, the solar roof was belting it out by the time we got to lunchtime, and we were having to use up as much power as possible, so all heating went on. And stayed on until, we even did some baking this afternoon, didn't you? And baked a delicious carrot cake, which I haven't tried yet, I have to say, but never mind. Right, tonight I am on something from Goose Island Brewery, this American brewery called Goose Island 312. So we'll see what this is like whilst I'm doing the quiz tonight. We've got some dead easy rounds tonight, nothing too taxing. It is midweek, and I haven't been sleeping very well, so I've got a bit of a bad head, but never mind. I'm sure by the end of the evening it'll be fine as usual. Last Wednesday, we had a very, very exciting finish with 3 teams all ending up on 59 points. We had Quizzy Rascals, who have been there many times before. We had the famous 5, did very well last week. And Ian and his bottle of Shiraz, well, it was Ian, Harry, Julie, and his bottle of Shiraz all ended up with a fantastic 59 points. So well played them. Andrew Lewis has just joined us. So good evening to Andrew and Jane from sunny Yelvertoft. The other side of the weak link should be here soon. Excellent. That's what I like to see. Mike Yates has also joined us. Good evening, Mike. As has Keith. He's saying, hi, Nick, sunny in Minehead today as well. Yes, it's been beautiful. John's just joined us. John Humwick. Good evening, John. I hope all is well with you. He's saying hi to everybody. Great to see you aboard and doing the quiz tonight. Now, as usual, we're doing 6 rounds. Very easy quiz tonight. Round number 1, however, normally I do 13 questions on Wednesday. Tonight, you'll be pleased to know you've got 16 questions in round 1. That's because I dismally failed to count how many I was writing. So round number 1 basically is entitled Wednesday, the 10th of Feb, Wednesday the 10th of Feb. And if you count up all those letters and numbers, you've actually got 16. So we've got a long first round tonight, but never mind. Dead easy, you'll be pleased to know. Right, John's joined us. We've got Georgie and Rory. The Yorkers have just joined us. Great to see you, Georgie. I hope the weather has improved and the swollen rivers have gone down a bit now and it's getting back to a bit of normality. Ian Miller's just joined us. Good evening, Ian. What are you on tonight? You on a whiskey or are you on a bit of beer tonight? You'll have to let me know what you're on. BRS is saying they're signing in. Oh, John's just saying snowy up northish. Where are you from then, John? Where are you at the moment? Yeah, it's been very, very snowy, certainly on, well, majority of Britain, except the Midlands. We've missed the majority of it. We've got a little bit of snow, but nothing too much to stop us going out, although it has been freezing cold and the roads have been too slippery to get out on the bike, so I'm not going to bother with that. What's that? Arla was. Where on earth Arla was? Ah, I'll have to look that up quickly, find out where it is. Shows my naivety, but never mind. Penny's joined us, so she's good. So she's saying, good evening, everybody, from still snowy Holland-on-Sea. What a great place that is. Home Alone 6 have just joined us. Hi from all of us. Just wondering if you've had a spray tan. You look like you've just come back from a holiday. Well, Carol. I actually was emailing one of our friends who from India who was telling me that things were booking up fast and I should definitely book for later in the year. And I just sent him a reply when I heard from Boris Johnson and the gang that we shouldn't be booking anything up at all this year for the foreseeable. So I've kept that one quiet. We're not going abroad at all, but never mind, we'll see. Ian says he's on coke tonight. Well, Ian, should be a good score then tonight, should it? He's on coke because he's working. Oh, well, never mind. Pick and Mix are here tonight. Good evening, Pick and Mix. Great to see you on board. What a great result for Man United last night. Oh, dear. I don't have to leave it to the last minute or something, don't I? But never mind. Faye's just joined us. She's saying, hi all, hope you've had a good day. We have indeed, Faye. I was saying we've been, well, I've been sat here doing the quiz match today while the wife's been pottering around making cakes and all sorts of things today. Very nice. John's just saying, just north of Lichfield. That's where it is. Right, okay. Now I know where you are. Jackie's saying, evening, everybody. What's that? I'm on tea tonight. Oh, right. That's fair enough. Right, there are 35, 36 of us so far logged on, raring to go. We have another 10 minutes to go. So let me just pop through the rounds, let you know what we're going to be doing tonight. Round number 1 tonight is entitled Wednesday, the 10th of Feb. Wednesday, the 10th of Feb. If you write down the letters, the initial letters of the word Wednesday, the 2 numbers, 1, 0, followed by the TH for the V, followed by FEB. Wednesday, the 10th of Feb. That actually gives you 16 possible answers. I didn't realise I'd done that until I'd done it, if you know what I mean. But never mind. So round number 1 is going to be a long round, but never mind. Dead easy questions in that round, you'll be pleased to know. Round number 2 is a trivia trial. Trivia trial, as always, we take the last letter of your first answer. It's the first letter of the next answer until we get to number 10, where the last letter of number 10 is the first letter of number 1. Round number 3 tonight is entitled Fruit. Something to do with fruit. So it's either fruit in the question or fruit in the answer. A fruity round for number 3. That was following on from Sunday's vegetable round. I thought I'd do a fruit round as it was nice and easy and straightforward. Round number 4 tonight is entitled All the Words Contain the Word Pen. P-E-N somewhere in the answer. So all the answers contain the word pen, and I think they're all one-word answers. Yes, they are. All one-word answers contain the word pen. Pretty straightforward. Right, Michelle's just joined us saying, good evening all. James, Charlie, Michelle, all present and correct, raring to go, I can see. Great to see you, Michelle. Hope all is well with you. Round number, what have we got to? Round number 5 tonight. Now, in this round, all the answers start with either a BR or a BO. So they're either a BR or a BO. So all the answers start with either a BR or a BO. And then finally, of course, round number 6 tonight will just be a general trivia round of 10 general knowledge questions that most of us should know or not, as the case may be. Right, Sarah and Russ have just joined us from sunny Worcester. I think everybody's had a sunny day today. In fact, has anybody had an overcast and windy and horrible day today? It started a bit grim here in Rugby with a little bit of snow and whatever else, but it soon cleared up and we had some absolutely crystal clear skies. You can always tell when it's a crystal clear sky because my solar roof produces a lot of power in that case. Mick and Bev have just joined us. Good evening, Mick and Bev from sunny Bilton. Oh, well, yeah, Bilton. I hope you're all right. And Paula's also just joined us. She's saying the Quizzy Rascals are here. They're raring to go as well. So great to see you, Paula. Hope all is well with you. Carol Green's just joined us. She says, Cornish tyke here, no alcohol. Has already had nearly a bottle of Merlot with a roast lamb dinner. Oh, well, that sounds very nice. Fair enough. Well, there's nothing like cracking a second bottle of Merlot if needs be, but never mind. You'll have to see how thirsty you get after round 2. Faye's just saying, I'm quizzing with Ned tonight as well as Jackie. Ned's a lovely bottle of Pinot Grigio from New Zealand. Recommended this one. It's lovely from Sainsbury's. So there we are. A bottle of Ned's Pinot Grigio from New Zealand. Great titles, don't they? These Antipodeans give to their wines. But never mind. Is it called Ned's? It can't be. Well, it could be. Ned's well, it could be. They call them everything in New Zealand, don't they? What's this? Keith's just saying, do you have a meat round for us non-vegans? Oh, sorry, I had vegetable round followed by a fruit round. Yes, Keith, we could possibly put a meat round, couldn't we, in at the weekend? That's a good idea. I'll write that down while I think about it. Actually, meat round. Yes. There's plenty of things for round meat, aren't there? Never mind. We don't want to put people off, though, do we? But never mind. Ian's just saying, just put a bit of Bacardi in it. Oh, that's better. Good. Oh, excellent. A bit of Bacardi in his coat. The teasers are just reminding us there wasn't a lot of sun in Stockton today. Well, that's a bit of a shame. Never mind. let's hope you'll get better and clearer skies tomorrow. John O'Rourke's just joined us. Famous Five, last week's joint winners, the Famous Five, on a fantastic 59 points. Well played them last week. They, alongside Ian and Harry and Juliet, have also just joined us with his bottle of Shiraz. And, of course, the Quizzy Rascals all ended up last week on a fantastic 59 points. They were hotly pursued by PRS on 58 points, who were just pipped in the end there. And just behind them by a couple of points, we had split the difference on 55 points. Then we had the teasers, Michelle, Charlie and James on 53, with the Giffords on 51, and Mick and Bev on 50, and there were one or two other teams around score as well. So don't take offence if I haven't put them all down, because I haven't written them all down, so I can't tell you, but never mind. Yes, Ian, Harry, Julian, Ian have just joined us with his bottle of trusty Shiraz to keep them going. So we've got somebody drinking Merlot, somebody drinking Shiraz, and somebody drinking, what is it, Pizzogrino. So we're all, it looks like we've got at least 3 teams on the wine tonight, but never mind. Ian's just saying, I felt a small prick at 11:09. Oh dear. Does that mean you've had your jab then, Ian, obviously? At least I hope that's what you're implying. Let's not get whatever. It's called The Ned, in actual fact, named after a peak in Marlborough, New Zealand. That famous wine-growing region of Marlborough. Everybody's been there, I'm sure. Apparently 990 metres high. That is quite high, actually. It's certainly very high. It's called The Ned. Right, there we have it. So we are quite right. It was a bottle of wine called Ned, or nearly that. Never mind. Right, my daughter's just joined us, so I'm sure she will be cranking her computer up as soon as we can. What's that, Liz? Just digging the car out in the frozen, just trying to get the thing going, but never mind. As I say, we've had the heating on for as much possible time today, because they were forecasting -5 or -6 in Rugby tonight. It's going to go down quite cold, I think, and as a result, the house is already at 23 degrees, and it's too hot, as you can see on my nice shirt, to keep me nice and cool, but I'm sure as the night goes on, it'll get a bit colder, but never mind. Right, then let me just pop through those rounds again for you. With 3 minutes to go, we have first round tonight is entitled Wednesday the 10th of Feb, Wednesday the 10th of Feb. Round number 2 is a straightforward trivia trail round, a trivia trail, we all like those. Round number 3 is entitled Fruit, something to do with fruit. Round number 4 is entitled, what is entitled? I can't get there. Yes, all the answers contain the word pen, So Penny Graham's just saying, well, she's just saying, Carol Green, my jab tomorrow. Only 67, but our NHS has 600 spare after doing all the over 70s. Oh, excellent. Well done. Well, I think the wife and I, we're in our 60s, not in our 70s, but we're due, I think, on the jabometer. We were looking at the end of, when is it, March, beginning of April, sometimes higher. But, you know, that's okay. You never know with these things, do you? Whether the government will actually reach its target of 15 million jabs by the 15th. They've got 5 days. They are 12.5 million or something, so it's getting pretty close. Ruth Foster's just joined us. Good evening, Ruth and the gang. Spoonfish and the Greys are logged in this evening. Great to see you all. I hope you're keeping well. Faye, my husband asked me today if I'd seen the dog bowl. I said no, I didn't know he could. Oh dear, we're straight off with some cricket jokes, but never mind. Oh dear, what's that? Jane's just saying they're forecasting -10 for us tonight. Well, that's all you need, Jane, isn't it? We better keep the heating on then. Roy Job said scientists have discovered that cows produce more milk if the farmer talks to them daily. It's a case of in one ear and out the other. Oh, I like that. That was very good. Mick Roberts, I'm off for my jab tomorrow. Well done, Mick. Robin saying, I've got an idea for a new TV show. What's that? Michael start presenting a Peter Pan themed cookery show for the cannibals called That's Me in the Coma. Dear, oh dear, it gets better. Right then, everybody, we're about ready, aren't we? Lydia, how are we doing? Have you downloaded the quiz? Oh, wait a minute. No, we're waiting for Lydia now, so it's all right. There's no rush. We're a minute to go yet. So, as I said, it's great to see so many people. We've got 50 teams now logged on, or 50 people watching concurrently at least. There'll be 1 or 2 more before we before we go. As I said, we got to round 4. Round 4 was all the answers. They're all one-word answers. Contain the word pen, P-E-N, in that order. In that order. Okay, so if you think of a word with pen in it, it might be one of your answers. Round number 5 tonight is entitled BR or BO. So BR or BO, where all the answers start with either a B and an R or a B and an O. Like bog off, for instance, or something like that. And finally, round number 6 tonight is a straightforward general trivia round of 10 straightforward general knowledge questions. Nothing too tricky tonight. I'm expecting some teams to score very well tonight. So certainly some in the 60s tonight. I don't think any team managed more than 59 last week. But tonight, because I'm giving you 3 extra questions anyway, there is a very good chance that somebody will be well up in the 60s. Ian's just saying, cheese roll walks into a bar and orders a pint. Barman says, sorry, we don't serve food in here. Oh dear. That's the gold ones are the best, aren't they? Right then, Liz, we're about ready to go. Are you loaded up? Have I sent you the quiz? It's all right. Daughter's still gassing to her mother. A dyslexic walks into a bra. Well done, Robin. The old ones are the best. Keep them coming for a second whilst my daughter just gets logged on and raring to go. Are we about ready, Liz? She's getting there. Right then. What's this? Just made myself a set of binoculars out of an old fish finger boxes. They're really good. I get a bird's eye view of everything. That's actually very good, that. Probably the same dyslexic who went into puberty. Oh dear. Right. Let's get going then. Here we go. Round number 1. Are we ready? Get your pencils at the ready, your bits of paper. For anybody that's doing the quiz new tonight, do remember we mark after each round. You mark your own, of course, and you put your own score in the column, which is pretty straightforward. What's Faye say? I apologise in advance, but this made me laugh today. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? You smell of bins. Oh dear. All right, Faye. Right, here we go then. Starting with the letter W. Nice, easy, straightforward one to get you going. The 1976 film All the President's Men tells the story of which famous US political scandal? So starting with the letter W, the 1976 film All the President's Men tells the story of which famous US political scandal? Pretty straightforward, that one, I'm sure. Now then, as I say, if you haven't done the quiz before, the first round is all about just using the initial letters of the word Wednesday, 10th Feb. Pretty straightforward. So question number 2 starts with the letter E. According to the lyrics of a well-known song, who had a rival, an evil-looking man called Two-Ton Ted from Teddington, who drove the baker's van? So question number 2, according to the lyrics of a well-known song, who had a rival, an evil-looking man called Two-Ton Ted from Teddington, who drove the baker's van? She's got a different version than me later, of course, but never mind. Question number 3. This starts with the letter D. This is for all you pharmacists out there. I thought I'd throw in a pharmacy question. Sold under the brand name Voltaren, amongst others, what is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug used to treat pain and inflammatory diseases such as gout? So starting with the letter D, sold under the brand name Voltaren, amongst others, what is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug used to treat pain and inflammatory diseases such as gout? Carol's just saying that song always makes me laugh. Yeah, it was a good song by any standards. Went to number 1 at one time or another. I can't remember what year it was, but it's quite a while back now, I expect. Right then, question number 4, starting with the letter N. What is a 5-letter acronym which is characterized by the opposition of residents to propose developments in their local area. So what do you call people that oppose basically anything in their own area? So what is a 5-letter acronym that is characterized by the opposition of residents to proposed developments in their local area? I know 1 or 2 people that could qualify like that. And if you thought that was a tricky acronym even, question number 5 is a bit easier. In the world of vinyl record terminology, what do the letters EP stand for? So in the world of vinyl record terminology, if we can all remember that, what do the letters EP stand for? Now that is clever. A helium atom walks into a bar. The landlord says, "We don't serve noble gases in here." He doesn't react. Oh dear. No, dear. That's dreadful. That's actually very funny, that. Very clever. Question number 6, starting with the letter S. The British Formula 1 Grand Prix has been settled permanently at which racetrack since 1987? So question number 6 again. The British Formula 1 Grand Prix has been settled permanently at which racetrack since 1987 even? Is Lydia on a promise tonight? Oh dear. Question number 7. This starts with the letter D. The letter D. What was the one-word operational code name known as the Miracle of Dunkirk, the evacuation of Allied soldiers during World War II from the beaches and harbours of Dunkirk between the 26th of May and the 4th of June 1940? So what was the one-word operational code name of the evacuation of Allied soldiers during World War II from the beaches and harbour of Dunkirk between the 26th of May and the 4th of June 1940? What's that, Freddie? Question number 8. I can't get any easier than this. Starting with the letter A, 2-word answer. Which US president was shot by well-known stage actor John Wilkes Booth on the 14th of April, 1865, whilst attending the play Our American Cousin at Ford's Theatre in Washington, D.C.? He shouldn't have gone there for the night, should he? So which US president was shot by well-known stage actor John Wilkes Booth on the 14th of April, 1865, whilst attending the play Our American Cousin at Ford's Theatre in Washington, D.C.? I'm sure you're all keeping up with this. Pretty straightforward stuff so far. I know somebody's saying, when are you going to put a difficult one in? Well, we'll see in a minute. Question number 9. Rising in the Tibetan plateau. What is the longest river in Asia, the 3rd longest in the world, and the longest in the world to flow entirely within one country? So question number 9 again, rising in the Tibetan plateau. What is the longest river in Asia, the 3rd longest in the world, and the longest in the world to flow entirely within one country? Starting with the letter Y. Should make that pretty straightforward, I hope. Question number 10 is not for the youngsters amongst us, I'm sorry, but never mind. Starting with the number 1, which isn't a lot of help. On the 15th of February of what year did the United Kingdom adopt the decimal currency? So on the 15th of February of what year did the United Kingdom adopt the decimal currency? It's a long time ago, if that helps. I remember learning all about it at school. Question number 11 is a bit of straightforward maths. It's only a fraction because I can't think of many answers beginning with a 0. That's the only thing, but never mind. This starts with a 0. So the nearest two significant digits. How is the fraction 9/16 represented as a decimal number? One for you to work out there. So to the nearest two significant digits, how is the fraction 9/16 expressed as a decimal number? Just get the mathematician in the team to work that one out for you. On a bit of paper, preferably, not on the calculator on your phone or anything silly. Do remember, it's the taking part that counts. It's not all about the winning. Oh, all right, it is all about the winning. It's not. Let's not fool ourselves. Also, Carol's just said, I was working for Barclays and converted all the accounts from the old LSD system to decimal. Blimey. Dear God, that would have taken some doing. Question number 12, starting with the letter T. What is a musical instrument in the percussion family consisting of a frame, often of wood or plastic, with pairs of small metal zills? So question 12 again. What is a musical instrument in the percussion family consisting of a frame, often made of wood or plastic, with pairs of small metal zills? If you run out to spell that, Lydia's just put it down in the chat column for you. Do remember, it's a percussion instrument. Very straightforward. Question number 13. This starts with the letter H. The letter H. Who is an English television presenter, model, and author? She is currently the co-presenter of ITV's This Morning and Dancing on Ice alongside Philip Schofield. It's a two-word answer I'm after. So who is an English television presenter, model, and author? She is currently the co-presenter of ITV's This Morning and Dancing on Ice along with Philip Schofield. Hope I got that one right. Question number 14 is for all us modern men. We should all know this one by now. Finish the following advertising line. Now, hands that do dishes can feel as soft as your face with mild green what? If you don't know that one, you're in trouble. Starting with the letter F, it's a two-word answer. So finish the following advertising line. Now, hands that do dishes can feel as soft as your face with mild green what? No rude answers, thank you. Put them in the chat column, but not here. Not in your answers. Right, we're moving swiftly on to a can of Jaipur. Or Jaipur, as they like to call it in India. Question number 15, as in Feb. This starts with the letter E. According to the Disney adaptation, whose greatest wish is to see outcasts like Quasimodo and her fellow gypsies be accepted to society and be treated as people? So this starts with the letter E, which makes it a bit easier. According to the Disney adaptation, whose greatest wish is to see outcasts like Quasimodo and her fellow gypsies be accepted to society and be treated as people? So Schrodinger's cat walks into a bar and doesn't walk into a bar. Right. Schrodinger's cat. Oh dear, what was I looking at? Talking to cats, did you see that thing on Zoom? Somebody had got a cat stuck in the bottom. It's on the news. Never mind. Some American, wasn't a politician, it was a barrister or something. And finally, that was a bit deep, that one. Yes, a bit deep, John. We'll get him on this. We'll get him on here. Sometimes I can't understand the jokes at all. But never mind. Question number 16, starting with the letter B. The word caliphagian refers to what parts of the human body having well-rounded shapes? So the word caliphagian refers to what parts of the human body having well-rounded shapes? Starts with the letter B. Obviously straightforward. Right then, that finishes round number 1. So we have, what have we got? 16 possible answers there. 16 possible answers. It's getting even deeper, Johnny. You see, Ian replies here, it's also simultaneous to every bar in the universe. Oh dear. Right then, everybody, I think we probably don't. Shit, something we got. I don't think we really need. Don't think we need much time, do we? Do you think about that lot? Just give it enough time to make sure everybody in your team has conversed with everybody else, and you've put at least 16 answers down, and we'll see how we've fared. Now, do remember at the end of the round, just put your own scores down, along with your team name or your own name, and then I'll read them out. So, question number 1, of course, that famous US political scandal was Watergate. Number 2, starting with the E, it was Ernie, of course. Number 3 is diclofenac. Diclofenac was what I was after. Number 4, that 5-letter acronym, not in my backyard. A NIMBY, not in my backyard. NIMBY. Number 5, of course, is known as extended play. Extended play. Number 6 is Silverstone. Number 7, it was Operation Dynamo. Well done if you got that. That was probably the hardest one in the round, actually. Number 8 was Abraham Lincoln. Number 9, the longest river in Asia is the Yangtze. Yangtze, oh Yangtze. That date of decimalisation was 1971, February the 15th. So we're not far off the, what are we today, 10th? Oh, no, 40 years now, nearly. Question number 11, to the nearest 2 significant digits, it's 0.56 is what I was after. 0.56 is actually 0.5625, but I didn't need all that. Number 12, that percussion instrument with metal zills is known as a tambourine. Number 13 is Holly Willoughby. Number 14, I was after Fairy Liquid, of course. All us men know that one. And finally, 15 was Esmeralda, of course. Esmeralda, that gypsy. And finally, number 16, the word caliphagian refers to the buttocks. It refers to a person with well-rounded buttocks. So well done if you got that. Right then, everybody, if you want to put your scores in, let's see how we're all faring. Extreme nimbers are known as bananas. Build absolutely nothing anywhere near anybody. That's about right, bananas. Right then, Clive, Janet and the teasers off to a cracking start with 16. We got Jed and Tracy also not to be outdone on 16 points. Carol Green's on 15. We've got PRS. They'll be kicking themselves there on 14 points. Well played, PRS. The Quizzer Rascals are on 15. John Humwick's on 15. Michelle's on 16. Ian's on 13. We've got Home Alone 6 on 16 points. Ian Sharrett with his bottle of, he's put Harry, Julian in. He hasn't put his bottle of Shiraz in. He's on 16 points. Andrew Lewis is on 11. We've got Spoonfish and the Greys on 13. Georgie Lambert and the Yorkies doing very well on 14. Keith Mitchell's on 13. Split the difference. Our first full round, 16 points. Famous 5 on 14 points. We've got Mick Roberts on 14. The Giffords are on 15. Sarah and Russ are on 12. We've got Pigamix on 14. The Booby Prize Girls are on 16 points. Great round, Jackie. Mike Yates is on 15. Have we got any more scores to come in? The Weak Links, late joining. Now, are you doing the quiz with your other part of the team? I think they probably... So if we have the Lewises with the what's-its, that gives you 25. You'll have to work out which one you're doing, Martin. Perhaps you're part of this. Just join them together. That's the way to do it. Penny Graham is on a fantastic 12. Oh, and Ian's just said, sorry, I rolled the bottle to Julie. Does that mean it's all gone or what? Right then, everybody, round number 2. If you didn't think it could get any easier after round 1, dead easy round 2. It's a trivia trail. Now then, for anybody that hasn't done before, the now 15. After man not hearing wife again. I can't believe that, Martin. We never turn a deaf ear even to our better halves, do we? Right then, question 1. Listen carefully. The last letter of your first answer is the first letter of your next answer. Okay, so we start off. In which play by Shakespeare does a drunken porter provide a graphic description of the effects of alcohol on the male libido? I can't believe that. So in which play by Shakespeare does a drunken porter provide a graphic description of the effects of alcohol on the male libido? Now, if you didn't know that, don't worry, because the last letter of that one-word answer, which will help you somewhat, the last letter of that one-word answer is the first letter of number 2. So listen carefully, number 2. What name is given to the annual Islamic pilgrimage to Mecca, which is a mandatory religious duty for Muslims that must be carried out at least once in their lifetime? Although it sounds a bit dangerous going to those things, not your normal kind of gathering. So question number 2, what name is given to the annual Islamic pilgrimage to Mecca, which is a mandatory religious duty for Muslims that must be carried out at least once in their lifetime? As a place, I've never been to Mecca. I've been to Saudi, but I've never been to Mecca. Right. Last letter of that one-word answer. This is a two-word answer. Question number 3. Carolyn Quinton, Julia Sawala, Sarah Alexander, and Sheridan Smith have all played companions to which TV detective? I've never been to me. Ian's used to go dancing at the Mecca. Oh dear. So question 3 again, two-word answer. Carolyn Quinton, Julia Sawala, Sarah Alexander, and Sheridan Smith have all played companions to which TV detective? Right, take the last letter of that detective's name, and it's the first letter of this one. Question number 4, widely used in science and technology. What is the SI unit of temperature? Come on, dead easy one. So widely used in science and technology. What is the SI unit of temperature? How many times have we got questions about that? Well, it's great to see so many people. Do remember, if you're enjoying the quiz so far, give it the thumbs up by hitting the little thumbs up button. I've got 14 likes so far. Going for a world record Wednesday night tonight. I need 30, so anything above 14 is a good thing. So do just feel free to hit the like button. Of course, you might not like it by the end of the quiz, but we'll see. Right, take the last letter of that SI unit of temperature. It's the first letter of number 5. Question number 5. Against which team do Australia compete for the Chappell Hadley Trophy in one-day international cricket? So against which team do Australia compete for the Chappell Hadley Trophy in one-day international cricket? Nice and straightforward, that one. Question number 6. This may be a bit tricky for you Northerners, but we'll see. Which now defunct Birmingham brewery often used to advertise and deliver their beer to people at home? I'll even sing the song for you if you want. I think Robin will probably kill me. Wait a minute. Just looking for the sniper rifle. Beer at home means... That's the one. Oh dear. So now defunct Birmingham brewery. Sorry, which now defunct Birmingham brewery often used to advertise and deliver their beer to people at home? Just a one-word answer. obviously starting with the last letter of that country. Question number 7, now getting a bit over popular with programs of their own and everything else. Which of the chasers has adopted the catchphrase, "After all, it's just another day at the office"? Well, he doesn't say it quite like that. He says it in a more monotone voice, actually. So which of the chasers from the game show The Chase has adopted the catchphrase, "After all, it's just another day at the office"? He says that normally when he's won. That, of course, is a 2-word answer I'm after. Take the last letter of that personality's name, and it's the first letter of this word. In which country would you find Cotopaxi, the highest active volcano in the world? There's a bit of a tester. So in which country would you find Cotopaxi, the highest active volcano in the world? Now, I've had a few people join us, so we're up to 60 people now live, taking part in the quiz or viewing on various bits of equipment. Question number 9. In the 1950 movie Harvey, what type of animal standing 6 foot 3 inches tall was the invisible Harvey? Just a 1-word answer I'm after. So in the 1950s movie Harvey, what type of animal standing 6 foot 3 inches tall was the invisible Harvey? Talking of that, I've just been reading The Invisible Man. Interesting book. I've nearly finished, not quite. Yeah, it's probably the only book I've ever read. Right, take the last letter of the name of that animal, and it's the first letter of number 10, which of course gives you the last letter of number 10. It's the first letter of the Shakespeare play. So here we go. What name is given to a quadrilateral with one pair of sides parallel? It's also the name of a bone of the carpus at the base of the thumb, somewhere about here, sorry. So what name is given to a quadrilateral with one pair of sides parallel? It's also the name of a bone of the carpus at the base of the thumb. Lots of bones in there. It was 27 in your hand, isn't it? Or 26, I can't remember. There's a lot of them, that's for sure. Right then, the last letter of that bone and or name given to that quadrilateral, the last letter of that one takes you all the way back to number 1, and it is the first letter of that Shakespeare play, which, remember, was only a 1-word answer, so that should help enormously. Right then, look at your answers. The last letter of each of your answers should lead on to the next letter of your next answer, if that makes any sense. He's behind you. Easy go. Right then, let's do some answers to the trivia trials. See who's still got a perfect score or not, as the case may be. Right, here we go then. Question 1, that Shakespeare play, where a drunken porter provides a graphic description of the effects of alcohol on the male libido. I can't believe that. That was Macbeth. That gave you the H for Harge. Of course, it's called a Hadge or a Harge, ending with a J, which gave you the J for Jonathan Creek. That in turn gave you the K for the widely used SI unit of temperature, the Kelvin. That in turn gave you the N for New Zealand, who Australia play against at cricket. That gave you the D for Davenport, that now defunct Birmingham brewery. That gave you the S for Sean Wallace, the chaser that says, after all, it's just another day at the office. That gave you the E for the country of Ecuador. Ecuador, well done if you got that. Cotopaxi is in Ecuador. That in turn gave you the R for Harvey the rabbit, of course. And that in turn gave you the T for a trapezium, the name of that bone, and or quadrilateral with one pair of sides, which is parallel. Right then, everybody, let's have some scores in. See how we've spared after round number 2 before we go into round number 3. The fruit round, even. Fruit round. Could be worse. I've only had 1.5 so far. Right then, everybody, come on, let's get some scores in. PRS straight over with 24 points. Well played, PRS. We've got Wheat Links with 24 points. Well played, them. Any more scores in? Everybody else too? We've got Ian Miller with 20. Mick Roberts is on 24. Sarah and Russ are on 20. Is that Joe and James as well, I trust? Carol Green's on 24. Home Loan 6, 26 points. The Quizzy Rascals are on 25. We've got York is on 23. Michelle Gibbons is on 26. Michelle and Charlie and James, that is. We've got Split the Difference on 26 points. Famous Fiver on 23. We've got John Hunwick on 23 points. Spoonfish and the Greys are on 22. We've got Jed and Tracy on 26 points. Graham and Jane Gibbler are on 24. We've got Mike Yates on 25. Great score there, Mike. Clive and Janet with the Teasers are on 25 as well. We've got Harry, Julian, Ian, and back with me. He's Butler's Jazz plus 10 on 26 points. Keith Mitchell's on 22 with Pick a Mix on 24 points. So there's some great scores there so far. So anybody with a 25 or a 26, you're doing really well. In fact, anybody in the high 20s is doing well. Penny Graham on a fantastic 18. Well done, Penny. Right then, round number 3 is a fruit round. It's easy to get mixed up, fruit and 3, I suppose. All the booby prize girls, 26. Though I disputed the last answer with Faye. Ooh, well, that's fair enough. Was that bones of the hands or, trapeziums in general, I suppose? Right, are we ready then? Question number 1. It's a multiple choice answer. We're pleased to know. Nice easy one, though. Which Methodist minister, theologian, and politician even, served as the first president of Zimbabwe from 1980 to 1987? I'll give you the choice. Was it Canaan Banana, Robert Mugabe, or Hastings Kumquat? What? So which Methodist minister, theologian, and politician even, why can't I say politician, served as the first president of Zimbabwe from 1980 to 1987? I was going to give you the choice. Was it Canaan Banana, Robert Mugabe, or Hastings Kumquat? Oh, dear God. Yes, quite. Some great names African presidents have over the years, I'll tell you. Never mind. Now, do remember, we should have something to do with fruit, either in the question or in the answer. So if it's not in the question, it's going to be in the answer and vice versa. We get the idea, don't we? Right, question number 2. What is a brand of shoe polish first sold in 1906 in the United Kingdom? They introduced the fish plate metal tin opener on their lids, which was a first for tins, apparently. It's that little thing that goes like that when they clip open. So what is a brand of shoe polish first sold in 1906 in the United Kingdom? They introduced the fish plate metal tin opener on their lids, which was a first for tins. Apparently. Clever idea by any standards. Oh dear, my husband thinks we should be allowed our pets to share our bed. I finally gave in. After 10 minutes, our goldfish settled down. Finally settled. Well, it would finally settle down. 10 minutes, dear. Very funny. Right then. Question number 3. Again, a multiple choice question. Which of the following is not the name of a real book? I love these. I'll give you the choice. Is it Twisting My Melon, Squeezing Melons, or An Amateur's Guide to Melon Sizing? That's a good question, isn't it? So which of the following is not the name of a real book? I'll give you the choice. Is it Twisting My Melon, Squeezing Melons, or An Amateur's Guide to Melon Sizing? Now, which one of those sounds daft enough not to be a real book? Question number 4 is a bit easier. In the old nursery rhyme dating from 1744, what did the bells of St. Clement say? Yeah, you'd be surprised to know, Jackie, 2 of those are real books. The titles are real books. Question number 4 again. In the old nursery rhyme dating from 1744, what did the bells of St. Clement say? Now, do remember, we're looking for fruit somewhere in the answer. Or in the question, as the case may be. Question number 5, it's in the answer. What name was given to temporary portable harbours developed by the United Kingdom during the Second World War to facilitate the rapid offloading of cargo onto the beaches during the Allied invasion of Normandy in the June of 1944? So what name was given to temporary portable harbours developed by the United Kingdom during the Second World War to facilitate the rapid offloading of cargo onto the beaches during the Allied invasion of Normandy in the June of 1944? What were they called? Something harbours, of course. Kumquat harbours. Hairy lychee harbours. No. Sorry, I'm being silly now. Question number 6. Accounting for nearly 58% of global production, which country is by far the leading exporter of plums? That's one to have a good guess at, isn't it? So accounting for nearly 58% of global production, which country is by far the leading exporter of plums? I'm sure I saw a fact not long ago, it was probably a quiz I did. The biggest exporter of peaches was Turkey, I think, by a country mile. Yeah. So I might have that next week, but it's not in this week. Right then, question number 7. In the Edward Lear's famous poem, The Owl and the Pussycat, what did they eat with the runcible spoon? So question number 7. In Edward Lear's famous poem, I've put the word "the" in there, it needs to go out. So in Edward Lear's famous poem, The Owl and the Pussycat, no, I've got that wrong again. What did they eat with the runcible spoon? Edward Lear's famous poem. There's a bit of dyslexia kicking in there, but never mind, I nearly got it right. In Edward Lear's famous poem, what did they eat with the runcible spoon? That's better. I'll say it once more. In Edward Lear's famous poem, The Owl and the Pussycat, what did they eat with the runcible spoon? Question number 8's a bit long-winded. I didn't need to have been this long-winded, but I thought I'd put it in all the time because it gives an interesting fact at the end. What is a song by the Beatles written by John Lennon and credited to Lennon and McCartney? It was released on the 13th of February 1967 as a double A-side with the single Penny Lane. The single was held at number 2 behind Engelbert Humperdinck's Release Me. And what a great song that was. Really, let me go. Oh, that's right. It's Please Release Me. Please release me, let me go. Na, 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 na. I can't remember the lyrics to that one, but never mind. What's that? Oh, right, okay. So question 8 again. What is the song by the Beatles written by John Lennon and credited to Lennon and McCartney? It was released on the 13th of February 1967 as a double A-side with the single Penny Lane. The single was held at number 2 behind Engelbert Humperdinck's Release Me. Apparently, it was the first time they hadn't been to number 1 since 1963 when they released a single. think Robin likes instrumental music most, don't you, Robin? Well done, Leslie. I like that. You won't listen, will you? I try not to. Question number 9. Listen carefully. Now, when you pick a pawpaw or a prickly pear and you pick a raw paw, next time beware. Are lyrics from which famous Disney song? So it goes something like this. Now, when you pick a pawpaw or a prickly pear and you pick a raw paw, next time beware. Are lyrics from which famous Disney song? I will sing that one in a bit for you, Robin. You'll like that one. And finally, question number 10 to put you out your misery with this one. What's it? I like any music that doesn't have your cattle wagging over it. Question number 10. Both Fiji and the Cayman Islands have which tropical fruit displayed on their national flags? So question number 10. Both Fiji and the Cayman Islands have which tropical fruit displayed on their national flags? Not quite so easy to type in on the internet and find out which national flags have got certain fruits on them. It doesn't come up with a lot. Well, not when you're trying to find a daft question. So you should have 10 pretty silly answers there, all to do with fruit. So between the lot of you, I expect your teams to have a reasoned guess at all those which were a bit stupid, and of course get an answer down. See whether anybody can get anywhere near scoring a 10. I don't believe anybody can, but they might be able to. You never know. You ready to do some marking, Ange? Yes, you've got an answer to everything. So, has everybody got an answer to everything? Right, here we go then. Question 1, of course, that Methodist minister and theologian, the first president of Zimbabwe, of course, was Canaan Banana. There was a guy called Hastings something or other, but he was not a kumquat, but he was nothing to do with Zimbabwe. Number 2, the brand of shoe polish I wanted was called Cherry Blossom, still going today. Number 3, the one which was not a real book, well, Twisting My Melon, that was written by the guy from the Happy Mondays, Sean Ryder. Squeezing Melons was a popular hit somewhere. But the one which is out and not a correct book title is An Amateur's Guide to Melon Sizing. So that is the one I wanted. Number 4 was Oranges and Lemons, of course. Number 5, they were known as mulberry harbours. Number 6, the leading export of plums by a big way in the world is China, apparently. Number 7, the Owl and the Pussycat, they dined on mince and slices of quince. Well, it's quince I was after, of course. Number 8, I was after Strawberry Fields Forever. That was on the flip side of Penny Lane. Number 9 was the bare necessities. Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I could sing it, but I won't. I mean the bare necessities. All Mother Nature's recipes that brings the bare necessities of life. What a great song. And then both Fiji and the Cayman Islands, they feature a pineapple on their flags, on their national flags. So very well done if you got all those. Or maybe a 9 or maybe an 8. You've still done very well indeed. So that's the end of the fruit round. Let's see how we're all faring after that round. I've now moved on to a bottle of Oakham Citra to keep me going. Good beer by any standards. And crystal clear, nearly as clear as an atomic beer, I have to say, but not quite. Right, Jed and Tracy straight in there with a 35 points. That's a great score, Jed and Tracy. Ian Miller's on 28. We've got PRS now doing a little better. They're bringing 33 points. Mick Roberts on 31. We've got Keith Mitchell on 30. Mike Yates on 32. Spoon and Fish and the Greys are on 27. The Wheat Links have moved on to 30. We've got John Hunwick on 31. Home Alone 6, 34 points. Michelle saying, great questions, 34 points. There are only great questions, you get the answers, I suppose. The Quizzy Rascals are on 34 points. The Givers, Jane and Graham are on 30 points. Pig and Mix are on 31. Sarah and Russ are on 25. We've got the Booby Bros girls on 34. Carol Greenhour, with a lot of help from husband on that round, 32 points. The Teasers have moved on to 33. We've got the Yorkies who have moved on to 28 points. The Famous Five are now on 31 points. Julie, Ian, and his bottle of Shiraz, along with Harry, are on 35 points. And Split the Difference are on 35 points. We've got Penny Graham on 26, and Leslie Barrett's doing very well on 30 points. So not too bad on fruit there, Leslie. That's pretty straightforward. I say that's pretty good round there. So we've got a couple of teams on 35. We've got a gaggle of teams on 34s. We've got a couple on 33 and 32. So anybody in the 30s at the moment is doing remarkably well. Plenty of time to catch up because we've only got to round 4. Round 4, all the answers contain the word pen. I'm just going to have a quick look, see whether they're all one-word answers. I think they are. Yes, these are all one word. Oh, no, they're not. They were until we got to number 10. That's a 2-word answer. So they're all one-word answers with the exception of one, which is number 10. I'll tell you when we get there. All right. So all the answers contain the word pen in that order, P-E-N, somewhere in the answer. Okay, so they could start with a pen or end with a pen, or the pen's in the middle, if that makes any sense. No, it should have been a pig, really, shouldn't it have been? Right then, question number 1. Here we go. Eyes down, looking. Let's see how we fare with questions. It's just going up my screen. Question number 1. According to St. Mark's Gospel, what was thought to be the profession of Jesus of Nazareth? So according to St. Mark's Gospel, what was thought to be the profession of Jesus of Nazareth? Now you'll notice, if you write the word engineer as an answer, that does not have the word pen in it. So got to have the word pen. What's that? What's that? Oh, was that kiwi? Or, I don't know. No, I don't. Do you know the website Pen Island? No, I don't. I don't know that's there. What's it about? Pens? Question number 2. I'm sure you can work this one out. Which decimal coin was withdrawn from UK circulation in the December of 1984? So which decimal coin was withdrawn from UK circulation in the December of 1984? Oh dear, dear, dear. Oh dear. Being rude, Sarah. Rude. Sorry, I'm just looking at Pen Island website. Question number 3. What was the name of the BBC television drama set in Newcastle upon Tyne? It was created by Ian LaFrancis and Jimmy Nail, who also starred as the detective sergeant. Can't remember him. Can't believe he was a detective sergeant, but obviously was. So what was the name of the BBC television drama set in Newcastle upon Tyne? It was created by Ian LaFrancis and Jimmy Nail, who also starred as the detective sergeant. I've got plenty of pen jokes coming in now. My new pen is amazing. It writes underwater. Oh, what a word. Oh dear. Question number 3. Once considered a vestigial organ, recent research suggests that what worm-shaped human structure may serve as a reservoir for beneficial gut bacteria? My dad used to enjoy it, but had to have the subtitles on to understand it. My mum had to have the subtitles on to everything to understand it towards the end of her life, but never mind. So question number 4 again. Once considered a vestigial organ, if you know what that is, recent research suggests that what worm-shaped human structure may serve as a reservoir for beneficial gut bacteria. No rude answers with that one either. You can go. Chris, Ken hasn't come up with anything rude to that one, has he? He'll start with his worm-shaped organs. Question number 5. What is the name of a Colorado ski resort in the Rocky Mountains? It's also the name of a deciduous broadleaf tree native to the United Kingdom and most of Europe. It helps if you know the letters P-E-N are in it, I suppose. Clearly discounts the oak or the elm. So, question number 5 again. What is the name of a Colorado ski resort in the Rocky Mountains? It's also the name of a deciduous broadleaf tree native to the United Kingdom and most of Europe. I wonder whether any of our quizzes have been there. It'd be very interesting to know whether you have. Not that I ever go skiing, but bit too easy. Seems a bit too easy to me, that skiing like. I mean, they just strap things to their legs and hurtle down a hill, you know. What could be easier? Question number 6. Listen to careful. Question number 6. What common items can range from 9H to 9B on the graphite grading scale? So what common items can range from 9H to 9B on the graphite grading scale? Oh, Sarah's saying we went, but out of season. Good. Well, we know the answer to that one then, Sarah. Do you ever go skiing then, Sarah? Something I've never actually done. I don't know if it's because of snow. My wife doesn't like snow, so I don't suppose we'd ever get there. She likes warm holidays. Her idea of going on holiday wouldn't be the Arctic or the Antarctic, North Pole. It was cold enough. I got her to Helsinki once, and that was freezing cold. That was cold. Right, quest. No horrible, painful sport. Question number 7. Right, this has got to have the word pen in it somewhere, so listen carefully. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy, the first 5 books of the Hebrew Bible, are collectively known by what one-word name? It is, Ian. Yes, water snows water, I suppose. Question number 7. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. The first 5 books of the Hebrew Bible are collectively known by what one-word name? See, I went skiing, I fell over on the drag lift and took about 5 people out behind me. Excellent. Question number 8. What was discovered by accident after a Petri dish had been mistakenly left open and became contaminated by blue-green mold from an open window? So question 8 again. What was discovered by accident after a Petri dish had been mistakenly left open and become contaminated by blue-green mold from an open window? And there you see, the guy claims all the credit for it, and all it was a mistake. Typical, isn't it? Question number 9. Let's take you back a bit. I don't know whether the Yorkies will get this. Might be a bit too ageist for the Yorkies, this one, but we'll see. What was the title character's surname in the television sitcom Some Mothers Do Have 'Em? So what was the title character's surname in the television sitcom Some Mothers Do Have 'Em? Stupid sitcom. Of all sitcoms, that was about as daft as they ever got. Never mind. You can't compare the humour. It's a different thing altogether. My wife's comparing it with Bottom, which I think is funny, but never mind. And finally, question number 10. This is one my wife will get because she was looking out over it only 2 years ago. What name is given to the strait which separates the Orkney Islands from Caithness in the north of Scotland? So what name is given to the strait which separates the Orkney Islands from Caithness in the north of Scotland? It's a 2-word answer, surprisingly, that one, but never mind. Gavin Williams. What, you mean saying you haven't got that? There we have it. That's the end of round 4. Now, all those answers somewhere must contain the word P-E-N, pen. And in most instances, it spells out the word pen, I suppose. Well done, Leslie. What's he put? Just looked it up. Both cherry blossom and kiwi started in 1906 and both bought in the fish plate in 1924. Oh, well, you never said you were arguing about the, you can give yourself a point for that because it was the fruit round. And I had noticed kiwi boot polish. So if you put kiwi boot polish, yeah, I think that's nobody had actually mentioned they were complaining about that. But you're right, of course, kiwi is a fruit, isn't it? And you might find, however, I did put UK based, didn't I? And I don't think the kiwi one was UK based. I don't know. Maybe it was. Do a bit more research and get back to me later. Roy saying we'll have 2 birds. Aha! Kiwi bird, not a kiwi fruit. Oh, well. Let's not go to the kiwi thing, just in case he's got that wrong, because it might not have been. I think the question in the fruit round about the kiwi, well, not about the kiwi, it was about the, where is it? Let's have a look. Sizing. Oh, yeah. First sold in the United Kingdom. Yes. I thought as much. I did put the United Kingdom, right? So it can't have been kiwi, can it? So let's forget kiwi. Dot yourself that point back again. Too easy, isn't it, with the internet? Anyway, let's have some scores in after that round. See, have I done some marking? Oh, no, I haven't. I haven't given you the answers yet, have I? Right, here we go then. This is the answers to round 4 as I've got them. Number 1, of course, Jesus of Nazareth apparently was a carpenter. Number 2 was the halfpenny, the halfpenny or the halfpenny that was withdrawn from circulation in 1984. Number 3, he was known as Spender. Number 4 was the appendix. Number 5 was Aspen, that Colorado ski resort, also the name of a tree, an aspen. Number 6, pencils on that grading scale. Number 7, it's called the Pentateuch. The Pentateuch, the first of 5 books of the Bible. Number 8 was penicillin, of course. Number 9, his surname was Spencer, of course. And number 10, it was the Pentland Firth. I was after the Pentland Firth. If you look out from John O'Groats or anywhere near there, look up to the Orkneys. That bit of that stretch, which is a strait really, is known as the Pentland Firth. Kiwi bird isn't a fruit. No, the kiwi bird's definitely not a fruit. But the kiwi's a fruit, surely, isn't it? Anyway, enough of that. Let's have some scores and see how we're all faring. Clive and Janet and the teasers are on a fantastic 43 points now. That is a good score. George and Em at the Yorkers have moved on to 37. Mick and Bev Roberts are on 41. Leslie Barrett, wait a minute. Okay, did not reach Europe until 1998. Carol Green is on 40 points. Well done, Carol. PRS are on 42. Ian Miller's on 35. We've got John Hunwick on 41 points. That's a great score so far, John. Jen and Tracy are on 45. Got the Weeklings on 39. Nisha Gibbons on 44. We've got the famous 5 on 41. Spoonfish and the Greys are on 38. Ian's added another 10 on that round and 45 points. Well done, Harry, Julian, Ian. Home Alone 6 moved on to 42 points. The Booby Prize girls are also on 42 points. Picky Mix, I've moved on to 39. Mike Yates doing very well tonight on 42 points. The Giffords also doing pretty well on 40 points. We've got Sarah and Russ not doing quite so well tonight on 33.5 points. Keith Mitchell's on 38. We've got Split the Difference on 44. The Quizzy Rascals are on 44 points. And Penny Graham's on 33 points. So it's all pretty close. We've got a couple of teams on 44. There's a couple on 42. There's 41. We've got 3 teams on 44. At the moment, we've got Jen and Tracy look to be in the lead on 45 points. And then we've got a number of teams on 43, the teasers and 42s and the 41. So anybody's game at the moment. Anybody's game. The leaders chopped and changed as we've gone through the rounds tonight. Now, the round number 5 is similar to round number 1. All the answers start with either the letters BR or BO. All right, BR or BO. And I think, oh no, they're not. I was going to say they're all one-word answers, but they're not. Right, okay. So to take a notice of me, just give me the right answers to these. Okay, so question number 1. I hope you're all good with your French or your US states. Question number 1, with a population of approximately 250,000 people, what is the state capital of Idaho? Its name is derived from the French word wooded river, or the French for wooded river. So with a population of approximately 250,000 people, what is the state capital of Idaho? Its name is derived from the French for wooded river. Well, at least that seems the most likely source of its name, according to various sources. Question number 2. Name the American rock band whose biggest hit was the 1976 More Than a Feeling. I haven't read that very well, have I? Biggest hit. Yeah, so I'm just readjusting the question there. No, it's not written very well. So question 2 again. Name the American rock band whose biggest hit was More Than a Feeling back in 1976. Now do remember all the answers have got to start BO or BR, which helps you enormously. Question number 3. Creator of the 4 Vedas, which Hindu deity is regarded as the creator god? Just looking around my lounge to see whether I've got a picture of him somewhere. So, creator of the 4 Vedas, which Hindu deity is regarded as the creator god? The letters will help you enormously, surely. Yes. Yeah, if it's any help whatsoever, one of the higher sects in Indian society take their name from this god. Question number 4. Which Berkshire town was the home of the Met Office until 2003? So which Berkshire town was the home of the Met Office until 2003? Do remember all the answers got to start BR or BO. How are you with your Berkshire towns? Regionals? No, that's West Midlands. Bognor? No, that's West Coast. South Coast. Sorry, it's me guessing. Question number 5, for all you that like a bit of literature. In 1931, Aldous Huxley wrote which dystopian novel, which was largely set in a futuristic world state? So 3-word answer that one. So in 1931, Aldous Huxley wrote which dystopian novel, which was largely set in a futuristic world state? Well, it's still nice and warm in here. Has it got cold outside yet? I don't know. 22 degrees in here at the moment. Is it? Question number 6. What is the name of the style of Brazilian music popularized in the 1950s and 60s by Antonio Carlos Jobim and Joao Gilberto? Probably easier if you see that written, actually, but never mind. Do remember it starts either a BR or a BO. What do you do with a dead chemist? Well, it should have been, what do you do with dead chemists? Bury them. Ha ha! Bury them. Ha ha! Very good. What 2 letters go before locks? You're waiting for that one, aren't you, Ian? Bar, of course. So question 6 again, which I think Lydia's already put down. What is the name of the style of Brazilian music popularized in the 50s and 60s by Antonio Carlos Jobim and Joao Gilberto, or however you spell that, but never mind, I'll pronounce that. Right then, straight on with question number 7. Typically found in sewing machines and cameras, what name is given to a spindle or cylinder with or without flanges on which wire, yarn, thread, or film is wound? So question 7 again. Typically found in sewing machines and cameras, what name is given to a spindle or cylinder with or without flanges on which wire, yarn, thread, or film is wound? It's not a finger. It's got to start with a B, a BO or a BR. Question number 8. I'm sure you will get this one. Which of the halogen elements has the atomic number 35? Myth suggests it was added to the tea of World War I soldiers to reduce sexual urges. So question number 8 again. Which of the halogen elements has the atomic number 35? Myth suggests it was added to the tea of World War I soldiers to reduce sexual urges. I did try, because I always thought it actually did do that, but apparently it doesn't. So, oh dear, oh dear. It's coming up all these jokes a bit elementary here, Faye. I can see them coming up, but never mind. What do you call a wheel made of iron? A Ferris wheel. Oh dear. What's that? I feel there should be a train question. Question number 9. The site of the 1984 Winter Olympics, which European country has Sarajevo as its capital? So question 9 again. The site of the 1984 Winter Olympics. Which European country has Sarajevo as its capital? And finally, number 10, in this dead easy BR or BO round, which actress is perhaps best known for her breakthrough film role in the 1979 sex comedy 10? So, which actress is perhaps best known for her breakthrough film role in the 1979 sex comedy known as 10? Well, that's what it says on Wikipedia only. I was thinking British Rail. Yep. Perhaps I should have had British Rail in there. Never mind. You can always send me a few questions, Ian. I can more than well put them in. Save me writing them. Right then, everybody. All your answers that you've got at least should start either with a B, R, or a B, O. If they don't, you're in trouble. As I'm pretty confident most of you will get out that lot. Actress, that's very generous of you. To be fair, Leslie, that wasn't her proper name, by the way. She changed her name, obviously, when she became a famous actress, I suppose. But never mind. She wasn't born that. What's that? That's true, it is, yeah. My granddaughter's middle name. Yes, or part of the name. Anyway, that's by the by. Right, here we go then. Here we go then. Have you got an answer for all those questions? Here we go then. Question number 1, with a population of 250,000 people, wooded river in French. It basically is Bois, which is the city of Boise. It's basically B-O-I-S-E. But in French, it's known as Bois. Number 2, name of the American rock band I was after was Boston. Number 3, the Hindu deity regarded as the god creator, or the creator of God, was known as Brahma. And of course, the highest caste in the Indian system is known as the Brahmins. They take their name from the god. Number 4, I was after Bracknell. Apparently was the home of the Met Office until 2003. Well done if you got that, because it took me some thinking to get that bloody thing. Number 5 was Brave New World, that Aldous Huxley novel. Number 6, I was after Bossa Nova. Well done if you got Bossa Nova, that style of music, popularised in the 50s and 60s. Number 7, of course, it's a bobbin, which you can put wire, yarn, thread, or film on. Number 8, that halogen that I wanted was bromine. Apparently, rather myth than anything else, rather than actual fact, it was bromine was put into the World War I soldiers' tea to keep their ardour down a bit. Number 9, of course, I was after Bosnia-Herzegovina. And finally, number 10, that breakthrough film role was for Bo Derek. My granddaughter's middle name is Bo. Don't ask why, but it is. A nice name it is. Right then, let's have some scores in. So you've all fared after that round. We have the weak links on a fantastic 49 points. Well done, weak links. We've got Jen and Tracy on 55. Now that's a good score. That's going to take some beating. We've got Carol Green on 49. We've got John Hunwick on 50. We've got Ian Miller on 35. The Yorkies have moved on to 47. That's a great score. Sarah and Russ and the gang, James and Joe, are on 43.5. Spoonfish and the Great are on 48 points. We've got Harry, Julie, Ian, his bottle of Shiraz. They've added 10 points to their score. They're now on 55. PRS have moved on from 52 with Mick Roberts on 51. The Teasers, Clive and Janet, the Teasers are on 53 points. We've got Home Alone 6 doing very well tonight on 52 points. Mike Yates is on 51. We've got the Giffords on 48. The Quizzy Rascals have moved on to 54. Bad round for us, says Michelle. That's a shame. On 51 points. Keith Mitchell's on 47, got Pick and Mix on 49. Split the difference and moved on to 53. We've got Famous 5 on 49 and Penny Graham on 42 points. So I reckon anybody in the high 40s has got a chance tonight as we go into the last round. So let's just have a look. We've got Jed and Tracy at the moment. They're the team to beat on 55 points. So let's see whether they can keep their winning ways. We've got another 10 questions on general knowledge just to keep you going. But we've got a few teams fairly close, 53s. There's a few 53s, 54 there, and some pretty good close 52s and 51s. So then, into the last round, general trivia. It is 9:30, just on 9:30, and we should be finishing in the next 10 minutes, I would have thought. So let's see how we fare in the next round. Do remember, if you're enjoying tonight's quiz or have enjoyed it, hit the like button. There is a little like button. I've only got 22 likes at the moment, so a few more wouldn't go amiss. You can always subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want updates on up-and-coming quizzes. But I think most of us know that I do a quiz now live every Wednesday and Sunday night, 8 o'clock for 8:15 start. We will be doing, again, Sunday night's quiz. We have a few more people take part in the Sunday night quiz. I don't know why they treat it as more of a day off, I suppose, than the rest of the week. Right then, are we ready? The last round. Let's go into the last round. General trivia, round 6. Here we go then. Question number 1. What game connects Mediterranean Avenue and Boardwalk in Atlantic City with a famous 1935 patent? So question 1, what game connects Mediterranean Avenue and Boardwalk in Atlantic City with a famous 1935 patent? That's a good old quiz question. Most people know that one, I'm sure. Question number 2. Cartomancy is the art of fortune telling using what? I'll give you the choice. Is it tea leaves, the palms of your hands, or is it playing cards? So question 1 again, so 2 even. Cartomancy is the art of fortune telling using what? I'll give you the choice. Is it tea leaves, the palms of your hands, or is it playing cards? Ian just thought my score was low. Missed around. Should have read 43. Oh dear, not 35. Fair play, Ian. Fair play. Be worth doing a double check when we get to the end. Question number 3. Royston Vasey is the fictional town in the League of Gentlemen, but it's also the real name of which comedian known for his offensive humour and high profanity? So Royston Vasey is the fictional town in the League of Gentlemen, but it's also the real name of which comedian known for his offensive humour and high profanity? You're all right, Ian? Roy, it's not you two. Not that you have a high profanity at all. Fat Roy's put, see how this last round goes before I like you. I like you, Roy. You're all right. As Roy's go, you're not a bad one. Question number 4. To the nearest whole number, how many revolutions does the moon make around the Earth in a calendar year? So question number 4 again. To the nearest whole number, how many revolutions does the moon make around the Earth in a calendar year? All right, you'll be pleased to know we've only got one. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions left just to keep going. This is one definitely from Martin Davis, anything to do with electricity. He likes this kind of thing. Question number 5. What part of a fluorescent lamp tube produces the visible light? I'm going to give you a choice. Is it the electrodes, the neon gas inside the tube, or the coating of the tube? So question number 5, what part of a fluorescent lamp tube produces the visible light? I'll give you the choice. Is it the electrodes, the neon gas inside the tube, or the coating of the tube? Well, I've enjoyed my Citra tonight. It's been a nice beer. Question number 6. In the game of Cluedo, this is what Leslie loves these questions. Leslie Barrett, that is. In the game Cluedo, which room can be accessed via the secret passageway from the study? You've only got to know the four-corner properties, isn't you? The four-corner rooms, I suppose. So in the game of Cluedo, which room can be accessed via the secret passageway from the study? You're all there scratching your heads. What's on the board? Is it the ballroom? Billiard room, perhaps? I don't care. You must get that. I'm going to have to buy you a copy of that, I think, Leslie, for Christmas. Or send you a plan of the board, at least. Or it's actually quite a good game, Cluedo. I'm surprised you've never played it, to be fair. It's a good deduction game. I would make a few modifications myself, I have to say. Oh, you see. Perhaps you two could have a game. Yeah. Dear God. Sif and Robin at Cluedo, that'd be good, wouldn't it? Dear. What do we do next? Right, question number 7. On the TV show Thunderbirds, which of the Tracy brothers was the pilot of Thunderbird 4? Bit of a submariner this guy was. So, on the TV show Thunderbirds, which of the Tracy brothers was the pilot of Thunderbird 4? It was that little yellow one that was dropped in the water by Thunderbird 2. And for all those fans of Thunderbirds, he was also the co-pilot of Thunderbird 2, if that helps whatsoever. Now, I think Jen Tracy at this time, they're probably still in the league, or possibly still in the league, so this one might catch them out. Question number 8, General George Patton, who led the US Third Army on the Western Front during World War II, competed in the pentathlon at the 1912 Olympic Games in which European city? That's a bugger of a question. So question 8 again. General George Patton, who led the US Third Army on the Western Front during World War II, competed in the pentathlon at the 1912 Olympic Games. In which European city? If it's any help, it wasn't Berlin. That would have been a bit. That would have been a bit of a coincidence, wouldn't it? Question number 9, this is definitely for Carol Ann, this one. Carol, come on, you'll know this one. Normally operated by a pedal, what name is given to the pieces of felt used in a modern piano to stop the strings from vibrating? So question number 9 again. Normally operated by a pedal, what name is given to the pieces of felt used in a modern piano to stop the strings from vibrating? And finally, question number 10. This is obviously the last question of the night. Put you all out your misery. As I said, it's probably about 10 minutes. That's right. About 21:40 we are. It's been a long old haul, this COVID, and I hope that we're trying to keep some sanity going, keep the brains ticking over at least twice a week if you can. And a lot of you are stuck in there quite well, considering I'm doing the quiz for you. But never mind. Question number 10. Cadbury cream egg is the most popular confectionery egg in the world. But how many are estimated to be eaten in the United Kingdom each year? I'll give you the choice. Is it 3 million, 33 million, or 330 million? Right, now it's a bit of a stupid question, but you might be able to work that one out. Figure out how many you eat each, and there we go. So Cadbury cream egg is the most popular confectionery egg in the world, but how many are estimated to be eaten in the United Kingdom each year? That's a year. I'll give you the choices. Is it 3 million, 33 million, or 330 million? Faye says, I think I ate them all. Dear God. That'd be some going, Faye. Yes, people are claiming they've altered them. They're not quite as nice, but is that just because Cadbury's were bought, of course, by some foreign power? The Americans probably dropped the sugar content or something. Right then, everybody, you should have 10 answers. I'm going to put you out your misery in a second, so make sure you've got everything down. It's been a good old Titanic battle tonight. Talking of Titanic, I'm just starting a Titanic porter to keep me going for the rest of the evening there. Let us hope that over the next month or two we can start getting back to a bit of normality. But that's what I said about opening the pubs back in, was it August, September time? I thought, oh, we're all going back to normal. It didn't happen, did it? It got a lot worse. As some people have forecasted that it was going to be worse over Christmas. And it has been, but never mind. Let's just hope this doesn't keep bounding back on us. Otherwise, we are going to have to do something. Anyway, let's put you out misery. General trivia, round number 6. What game connects Mediterranean Avenue and Boardwalk in Atlantic City? Well, they equate to the Old Kent Road in Mayfair on the UK standard edition of the Monopoly board. And, of course, the 1935 painting was Charles Darrow's famous painting of 1935. Number 2, cartomancy. Basically, it is fortune telling using playing cards. Number 3, Royston Vase is the real name of Roy Chubby Brown. Number 4, to the nearest whole number. How many revolutions does the moon make around the earth in a calendar year? That's 13. 13. Number 5, what part of a fluorescent lamp produces the visible light? That's actually the coating on the inside of the tube. So it's the coating of the tube. Number 6, in the game of Cluedo, which room can be accessed via the secret passageway from the study? That's the kitchen. So it's ideal if you want to have a quick midnight snack, I suppose. If you go to the study, you can sneak to the kitchen. Question number 7, on the TV show Thunderbirds, which of the Tracy brothers was the pilot of Thunderbirds 4? That was Gordon. One I always forget, Gordon. Number 7, General George Patton. He actually took part in the pentathlon at the Stockholm Games of 1912. Well done if you worked that out. Well done indeed. Number 9, normally operated by a pedal. What name is given to pieces of felt? They're called dampers. Dampers. And finally, number 10, according to something I was reading today, Cadbury's cream eggs, it's estimated that the UK population gets through 330 million eggs a year. That's about 5, 6, whatever. What's the population? 66 million. 660s. Yeah. Probably about 5.5 for every member of the population. That is unbelievable. But never mind. So, Faye, you've had your share. So, think of everybody else. Dear God. Right, then we've got some scores in. Clive and Janet, the teasers, end up with a fantastic 62 points. I thought we'd have some teams in the 60s tonight. So, well played, you. Georgie Lambert and the Yorkies. Well played, Georgie and Rory. Yeah, I didn't know whether Linda was playing tonight. Well, you'll have to let me know. That was 52 points. Well played, you. Carol Green with a fantastic 56, along with Mick Roberts and Bev. Well done, Carol, Mick, Bev, 56 points for you lot. Ian Miller ends up on 49. Well done, Ian. Ruth Foster, Spoonfish and the Greys on 56. They pipped to Leslie Barrett, who got 55. You got me with those, he says. Paula Flynn, I'm sure Paul eats about half of that. Mike Yates ended up on 55. We've got Keith Mitchell on 54. PRS, very good. They end up on 61 points. Fantastic. The Quizzy Rascals end up on 63 points. Got the famous 5. That was very close. Everett on 57 with Michelle Charlie and Jones on 58 points. We've got John. Well done, John. That was a good start on 55 points. Well played, you. Jen and Tracy crashed and burned. 61 points. Never mind, that's a great score. Ian, however, he put plus 19. How do you get plus 19? You mean plus 9, I suppose. Harry, Julian, Ian, and Bottle of Jazz end up on 64 points. Pick a Mix on 57. We've got the Weak Links on 57. Home Alone 6 end up with a very respectable 60 points. Where have we got to after that? Split the room 6. Yeah, sorry, I've dipped a few here. Booby Prize Girls. Wheels fail on GT. What's that, gin and tonic? 55, yeah, general knowledge, I suppose. End up on 55 points. Well played, Jackie. Ruth Foster, Penny Graham ends up on 46. Wait a minute, I've missed somebody. Sarah says, hope you enjoyed Penn Island. Yes, I haven't really looked at it properly, Sarah, but I will do. It looks a bit silly, but never mind. Climbing Gel at the teasers, thanks, good night, they're saying. So wait a minute, let's see. We got Ian and his Bottle of Jazz on 64. Split the Difference on 60. Paula Flynn, the Quizzy Rascals, also on 64. So 64, 64. To write these down quickly. Home Alone 6 on 60. That's a great score. We got Jen and Tracy. They crashed and burned, which is a bit of a shame, but never mind. 61 points is very respectable. Quizzy Rascals 63. And I think that the teasers on 62. So it's all pretty close around there. Never mind. Right, so well done the teasers on 62. Well done the Quizzy Rascals on 63. Well done Ian and his Bottle of Shiraz on 64. Oh, and the Quizzy Rascals 64. So they're joint winners tonight. And anyway, thanks everybody for taking part. If you enjoyed the quiz tonight, give us a thumbs up. Do feel free to subscribe to the channel. And hopefully we'll see most of you again Sunday night, where we'll have 6 more rounds of exciting trivia to keep your brains going and see whether you've learnt anything over the previous whatever. We've now done more than 5,500 questions. We were summing up in the daughter the other day. We should be on quiz number 90 as we move into Sunday's quiz number 90. So great to you all, and thanks for taking part, and hope to see you all again another night. I never did find out who won the Super Bowl. Who won the Super Bowl? Quickly, anybody? Nick, is that a dishwasher in the background? No, Keith, it's the general noise. I am going to try an external microphone to see whether it'll make a difference, whether it's my computer making noise, or whether it is just generally the internet that makes the noise. I'm not quite sure. There is a general whooshing going on most of the time. But that's quite common, apparently, so never mind. Anyway, good night to all. Thank you very much for taking part. Stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you all again on Sunday night. So good night all. Thank you very much. How many revolutions on its axis does the Earth make in a calendar year? There's a good one here. Yeah, it depends how you define a year. There's the animalistic year, there's the sidereal year, there's 4 or 5 different descriptions of the year, and they're all different lengths. It's all right, it's only Ian asking a question. I'll find out properly for you. But you need to specify which year it is first. Anyway, good night all, thank you very much.